As a general rule, I don't often review individual action figures on this channel. I know I've done it in the past with things like Inspector Gadget, but that's because they made a 12-inch Inspector Gadget in the 80s and there were no accompanying toys. But I normally like to review a collection of toys. For example, the last Black Series video I did was around the Heroes of Bespin. But I was so impressed when I received this, the 6-inch Black Series Hoth Rebel Soldier. I just had to make a video about it because I honestly believe this is most likely the most versatile retail release action figure I've ever come across in my lifetime. So we're going to review this figure in greater detail. Stay tuned.
Come with me, toy fans.
Hey toy fans, I'm Tony from Analog Toys, and today we're going to take a up close and personal look at the 6-inch Black Series Hoth Rebel Soldier. In my mind, the Hoth Rebel Soldiers were the true heroes of the Battle of Hoth, because when all of the main characters were trying to flee the planet because they were being attacked by a far superior Imperial force, the Rebel Soldiers were the brave heroes who decided to stay behind in the trenches and fend off the Imperial walkers and the might of the Imperial army, whilst everyone else made their escape in the rebel troop transports. And that kind of frontline combat soldier just appeals to me. Now, the 6-inch Black Series Rebel Soldier from Hoth is released on a similar card back to the other 40th anniversary figures that I have already reviewed, and the card back is very reminiscent of the original Kenner styled 3 3/4 figure. But everybody loves a good army builder action figure. But unlike Stormtroopers, where they're all supposed to look the same, you can just go out and buy 10 of them and you've army built them. When you take something like the Hoth Rebel Soldier that has a human face and a human appearance, if you have 10 of those that all look identical, it doesn't make for a very exciting display. So Hasbro have very wisely given us multiple different options to create different appearances with this character, and they've done that via 2 different faces, different face masks and all this kind of thing. We're going to discuss that a little bit later in the video. First of all, let's take a closer look at this figure's accessories and its overall appearance. The Hoth Rebel Soldier has a beautifully sculpted uniform. I really do like the sculpting on this. I like the paint applications. The backpack accessory plugs in via a square peg into the back. It's very well detailed, got some really nice texture to it. This figure comes with 2 weapons, so we have like an assault rifle type weapon, again very well sculpted, and the Rebel Blaster, which fits into a holster. The holster is a little bit simple, but it does kind of work well for this figure. The one thing that lets down these accessories for me is the lack of any paint applications, but a customizer could easily add these, and certainly for the blaster, I can remove this one and take the blaster that I got with my Hoth Leia figure, switch it out because that one came with some nice paint applications. And this figure also includes a nice pair of goggle accessories and a face mask, which again we'll talk about a little bit later when we come to the different faces. The articulation is superb, with double jointed knees, butterfly joints at the shoulders, nice joints at the elbows, the hands. The figure holds the weapon incredibly well. An interesting thing to note about the backpack is once you fit it to the figure, it gives the illusion that it has some kind of underarm straps connecting to the bottom of the backpack. These actually just extend off the front panel of the vest and don't physically connect to the backpack. It just kind of slots into this little groove that you can see here. It's a little bit visually deceptive, but it works very well. But now we need to discuss the coolest aspect of this action figure, and that is the interchangeable faces with the different variety of face mask and goggle arrangements. So when you first take the figure out of the card, it has this plain Caucasian face. But when you remove the backpack from the figure, you'll see this little panel at the bottom that you can remove the lid of the panel, and inside is another face. To attach this, you simply need to remove the goggles from the figure's head, remove the top of the hat, and then the face pulls off the front of the head. Switch out the face, replace the hat and replace the goggles, and now you have a bearded action figure. But to change the appearance of the figure again, you simply pop off the head and then use this kind of neck scarf accessory, which if you attach it to the figure facing downward, it looks like a neck scarf, or if you attach it to the figure facing upward, it looks like a face mask. In addition to that, you can have the goggles up on the top of the hat, or you can have the goggles on the face. And the combination of the two different faces, the two different positions for the goggles, the face mask or the neck scarf, when you multiply that, there are so many different facial appearances that you can give to this figure. Something that I believe would have been a really, really nice addition would have been a pair of alternate hands, so that you could have made some of these figures left-handed firers as opposed to all being right-handed. But you know, this figure does come with a lot more accessories than the majority of other Black Series figures that I've seen around. But overall, I think these figures are quite amazing. They are beautifully sculpted and they really have a military aesthetic that I quite enjoy. And I'm really pleased that I picked up two of them, because if I had got one, I would have been kicking myself and would have been running straight off to eBay to buy a few more. When compared to the original Kenner Hoth Rebel Soldier, you can see here that the differences in colour for the uniform are quite drastic. The original Kenner version had like a brown tunic and brown boots, but the 6-inch Black Series Hoth Rebel Soldier is far more movie accurate. And they also look amazing sitting here guarding a parked up Rebel armoured snowspeeder. And there will be a future review of the Black Series Rebel Snowspeeder coming soon to the channel. I know high-end companies, the likes of Hot Toys and Sideshow, release figures now with different magnetic faces and expressions, but those are genuine high-end collectibles. They're not action figures that are readily available at retail for children to play with. These figures, I believe, sell in the United States for around $20 a piece. This is a genuine retail item that either adult collectors can enjoy or children can enjoy. And I honestly believe in the entire time that I've been interested in action figures, collecting action figures, playing with action figures, I was born in 1977, and I don't think I've ever come across a more versatile action figure than this. So if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to check out our first video about Star Wars Black Series toys, you can click right here. Or to check out our Heroes of Bespin video, you can click right here. I'm Tony from Analog Toys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.